But maximize conversions without a targeted cost per acquisition is a very aggressive bidding strategy. It will spend fast, it will bid high, especially actually Performance Max specifically. Performance Max does really well with maximized conversions. Here's the fun part. It's not necessarily what they're Googling. That's not important. This is going to give you the most conversions fast. If you're trying to identify new targets, if you're trying to warm up cold traffic, if you're trying to go top of the funnel, forget it. Don't go after them. So I need everyone to really adopt and really know this deeply, because this is the secret to why Google works. Next, maximize conversions. This is now talking about maximize conversions without a TCPA. So we're going to get to that next. But maximize conversions without a targeted cost per acquisition is a very aggressive bidding strategy. It will spend fast, it will bid high. Takes a little time, weeks to possibly months, before maximize conversions will bring you a good CPA without you forcing it there. And what I mean is forcing it there by using a TCPA. So it's very aggressive, which means if you are not worried about the cost per acquisition, if you're not worried about the value of that sale, this is going to give you the most conversions fast. The only time that a bidding strategy could beat maximized conversions in its aggressiveness is setting a very high bid in manual CPC. That's where maximized conversions usually starts, but it will come down over time as it sees more conversions. Now, think about the language here. What is a maximized conversion? There's two other areas that you're not seeing explained here. It's maximizing the conversions at any cost, but within your daily budget. And within your daily budget is actually a fairly important note, because it will reduce the bid if it can get more conversions at the same daily ad spend. That's what maximize conversions does. It shoots up CPC high, gets one conversion, drops the CPC, gets two conversions, drops the CPC, gets three conversions, drops the CPC, gets two conversions. Oh, now it's got to increase the CPC again to get those three conversions. I found I can get 3 conversions per day if I bid this high, but it is aggressive because it's trying to get fast conversions, quickly and repeatedly, daily. This is also really competitive. So usually when you're using maximized conversions, when we're talking about match types, Google is going to start to ignore match types more often. It's going to give you more what they call exact match close variance, because it's finding those conversions even outside of where we want to go. If we're looking at, for us, like best Google Ads agency, it might get a conversions on PPC company and say, exact match close variant, which means close enough. We knew what you meant and we found a conversion over there. We paid 3 times as much to get that conversion, but ta-da, I maximized your conversions at any cost for your daily budget. So it's aggressive. It works well. These do not work too well though with low volume. This is inefficient for low volume. Low volume campaigns take a lot longer. When I say efficient, meaning, hey, why is my CPA so high? And why is my conversions are really high, but my gosh, my CPA is high. Well, this bidding strategy is most effective when there's multiple conversions in a short period of time. So the higher amount of conversions you have, the better this campaign will be at self-optimizing, especially actually Performance Max specifically. Performance Max does really well with maximized conversions. It does typically better than maximize conversions with a target cost per acquisition. Reason being is that a Performance Max campaign and maximize conversions, you can adjust what the CPA is by simply increasing or decreasing your daily ad spend. We'll talk about the restrictive part next, but that's the truth. The times where Performance Max works well with TCPA specifically is when there is a high amount of demand, low amount of competition, and you get to cherry pick where your cost per conversions come from. It's not aggressive though. So maximize conversions is where you're going to see the most amount of conversions for the most amount of money. So your CPA is going to be high. And if there is frequent conversions, that CPA will start to come down. Now, let's talk about the restrictive part of maximize conversions, target cost per acquisition. So if you click on maximize conversions and you actually set a target cost per acquisition, Google typically, when there's high amount of conversions, will tell you, hey, we can actually get a good amount of conversions at $88 cost per conversion. Here's the fun part. You're going to get that anyway, even if you don't set that. That's what we're getting. The reason why it's telling you to get that is because you get to lock it into a specific type of scenario. So when you set a target cost per acquisition, what you're telling Google is forget everybody that you don't know about. If you're trying to identify new targets, if you're trying to warm up cold traffic, if you're trying to go top of the funnel, forget it. Don't go after them. Only go after the people you know will convert.
This is not a glitch. I'm interrupting the video you're watching because I need to remind you that I'm always looking for people to join our team. So if you're passionate about Google Ads and you want to work with the best Google Ads agency on the planet, please go to solate.com/apply. Speaking of working with the best Google Ads agency on the planet, if you're having trouble with Google Ads and you want professional help, that's what we do. You can go to solate.com, that's SOL8.com, to apply for your free, no obligation action plan. And if I've given you any level of value at all, maybe think about giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. That's how we juice the YouTube algorithm so they actually know that I know what I'm talking about. If you have questions, comments, concerns, or confessions, hit me below in the comments. And now, back to your regularly scheduled program.
That's amazing until it starts to eat in, well, and eat into is a horrible way to say this, until it starts to decay with the size of the audience, when it starts to what they call atrophy, which means starts to just decline in volume and performance. Target cost per acquisition is when you tell Google, hey, Google, you have 100 people in your targeting right now. 30 of them may or may not convert. You're educating them. Maybe with an outbound campaign like YouTube, or even an inbound campaign like search, where you might need multiple visits that they end up coming to the brand name. All those people you're not sure about, push to the wayside. Focus on the 70%. And then it will target those 70%. And what usually happens is your daily ad spend goes down and your conversions stay the same. Well, what happened there? You've taken out the learning audience and you've only focused on the people Google pretty much knows is going to convert. Why? Well, you've already are using this bidding strategy because there is high volume, and you're already using this bidding strategy because there's high conversions. So when you have high volume, high conversions, you can lock into an audience. Here's the caveat though, to when it will or will not decay, will not atrophy. It won't atrophy if there's a continuous amount of bottom of the funnel new traffic. So let's talk about inbound search. If every day 50 brand new people wake up and they say, I have this here. This is a Wi-Fi USB stick. So just imagine this is the product we're talking about. It's a Wi-Fi stick for a computer. Every day 50 people wake up and they say, buy computer Wi-Fi USB stick. And that will never not happen. You can run TCPA forever. It will not decay. It will not reduce. You can actually start to bring down your CPA by just simply reducing your target CPA. And you'll get more conversions for your daily ad spend. When you pay less per sale, you get more sales if your budget doesn't change. But if there's not a high amount of bottom of the funnel, high intent, ready to buy traffic on a quality product that is low competition, people are just going to buy from us, this will stay. This will just continually go for it. If there's people that will just continually come in. If there's not a lot of people, that are continuously just coming in and saying like, yep, this is what I'm searching for, this will start to decay. Why? Because you had people you previously warmed up that are now in their buying stage of their journey. You've taken a person that said, my desktop has slow internet, and you've shown them an ad that says, hey, want a Wi-Fi stick? They're like, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Cool, I'll take that. That takes 2 weeks, potentially, when you're talking about 1,000 people that are in that scenario. And what did we do? We stopped going after those people. We ignored them. Why? They weren't converting. We're spending money and they weren't converting yet. So you've stopped the pipeline from being filled in the sales process because you're stopped spending money on the people that aren't already warmed up. And when there's no new traffic already being warmed up, or when there's no new traffic already coming in that are just warm, which means they don't just hop into Google one day, be like, buy Wi-Fi stick, then that's where that starts to decay. So when you turn off that targeted cost per acquisition. You tell Google, okay, Google, still go after the bottom of the funnel traffic that's still coming in or anybody you still know, but then find me new customers. What happens? Cost per acquisition goes up. Your spend sometimes goes up if it was starting to not hit your daily ad spends. But then your sales go up. You've restarted the process from day one. So that's the kind of the fun thing is what all you're telling Google between these two scenarios of maximize conversions without target cost per acquisition and maximize conversions with a cost per acquisition is who it's going after. That's it. It's not necessarily what they're Googling. That's not important. It's who they are and where they are in their journey. So keywords are irrelevant. They really are. Keywords are not as relevant to Google as who they are and what they're doing. So I need everyone to really adopt and really know this deeply, because this is the secret to why Google works and what our clients don't understand. So if all of us are speaking the same language, it's going to help educate the clients. And I know that everyone here has probably been a part of the, hey, why aren't we going after this keyword? Well, we already actually have a version of that keyword that's working well. Clients don't understand that it's not a keyword a person's searching. It's what Google knows about them and who they're going to show up for. So that is what has to be taken into consideration when we're talking about automated bidding strategies for conversions. Maximize conversions, maximize conversion value, target CPA, target ROAS. Those are people-based strategies. They're not keyword-based strategies. Not at all. That's why broad works. Broad works well with automated bidding strategies because Google says, I know your website. I know the keywords you're going after. Google knows English, so they can find variations of what words mean. Like, yeah, red high heel and red shoe for dresses. Okay, those are the same thing. It's an exact match close variant. We know what that means. So now you've removed the keyword strategy element of this and you've gone after the person. And Google using automated bidding strategies is going to say, well, did Qasim look at that YouTube video? Did they visit that website? Did they Google this keyword? Did they read this blog? Has it been 7 days yet? Yes? Oh, well, bid high, regardless of what Qasim searches for, as long as it's closely related to the product that you're selling or the service you're offering. So that's why Target CPA and that's why Target CPA maximize conversions works well for the audience and why it decays over time. Because it's not that there's just simply less people Googling it. Google is going after a finite audience that will decay if it's not self-fulfilling. It means there's not that new bottom of the traffic that we don't have to educate. And it's a well-known product, a well-known industry, and a well-known service that's been around for 20 years. They'll never die. Yeah, you said Target CPA all day. So that's maximize conversions with Target CPA.
Hi, everyone. It's Regina from Solutions 8. You're probably wondering if you're running search campaigns, is it worth it to try to rank at the top of the page or even the absolute top of the page